Welcome back everyone to another Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous video. This is part 3. Where we last left off, we were about to cross this gaping chasm to find out what surprises our mongrel friends have in store for us on the other side. They say we need to meet their chief. We just picked up a holy sword, which I have now conveniently stored in my chest and can recall or can call upon at any time. But with that, away we go.
Spirits. I hope you appreciate this.
Alright, rolling dice. I guess this is an RNG mechanic. I can't imagine that it's even possible to fail this jump. That would be absolutely hilarious. This is where your journey ends, at the bottom of a pit with a bunch of mongrels. Wow, I have a nice big party here. I love games like this allow you to have massive parties. This is 5, I'm guessing 6 is the total. I'm so glad Anevia's with us. I'm guessing she's gonna have to carry us all the way to the... Oh god, not again.
I will help where I can.
More
Lead on.
Save the last one for me.
Alright, Sela, you're up. Anevia, you got this, right? My party's as weak as ever. Nobody's dead. Which is always a good sign. Okay, no, never mind, I died. So much for that holy sword, huh? Really came in handy. Okay. Let's try that a different way. I think the best way would be to redo this formation, because the new guys they added to our party, Wendu and Lan, are, yeah, not exactly optimally set up. Finally a use for these bracers. I guess he can't really wear any other gear, so that's perfect. Let's fix this. Obviously we want her in the front, we want me right behind, and then the 3 backliners. Let's tighten it up a bit, so that everyone's right up on each other's butthole.
Godspeed.
Okay, that's a bit messy, but okay, that looks good. Looks like a phallic symbol. Yeah, so if we maybe leave the ranged characters in the ranged zone rather than up front. Okay. Hopefully that works. Anevia needs to be, yeah, since she's following me,
You'll make a fine
I need her to be the one in front. Here's hoping that she is able to carry us through this section of the caves as well, as she did in the previous section.
This will leave a bruise. I'll just sit here.
Are you serious, Sela?
Don't worry about me.
What is this? That's wild. Rather than subjecting you guys to my repeated failures, I'm just going to fast forward through this bit. The only thing I learned during these subsequent encounters, subsequent failures, was that Anevia is not invulnerable, so I have to keep her safe, as well as my whole party, which complicates things a hell of a lot more. This was pretty tough. 3 spiders. Wild.
I will help where I can.
Let's move. Maybe we can use terrain to our advantage. Position everyone in such a way that the spiders have to take kind of a long circuitous route to get to us, and use our range
We will win this war.
to win us this fight. Hopefully. I'm pretty sure there aren't terrain bonuses. I know there are like weather bonuses and stuff, but like height advantage, things like that, cover, I'm pretty sure that doesn't exist in this game. But we can still exploit the AI's pathing, which I have already seen is absolutely abhorrent, to maybe get some free hits in. And that'll probably make all the
the
difference
wrong
here.
mongrel.
Okay. Fighting defensively is not really gonna help me. I do need to land hits. Let's see. Okay, one down.
The world in
Okay. Angel sword, yeah. I don't exactly know what that did, but I wish I could save during the encounter. That would make things much better. I'm just gonna spam everyone's abilities because I do not want to lose again. Death is not an option. Nobody really needs healing at the moment, so... Wow. This accuracy is ridiculous. Miss, 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 miss. Okay, we got it. Thanks, Anevia. Basically did all the damage as usual.
I stand ready.
For a broken-legged... Bimbo, you certainly are doing your fair share of the damage and carrying this entire goddamn... I mean, I would still be stuck on the first encounter, I think, if Anevia was not with us. If leaving her stuck under those rocks had been an option... That would have been, yeah. Much to my detriment. Anevia protected us all this time, now it's our turn to protect her. She can still fire from the back line, but we're gonna have to keep her safe. We can't have her up front taking all the damage as well as doing all the damage. Okay, nice. Another mobility check here. Hopefully it's not a permanent...
The deed is done.
Okay, that worked. I guess this is just a small side section for loot or something.
Godspeed.
Oh, okay, more fights. What are they? Small earth elementals. They don't look so tough. We got this. We got this.
Let
But
us press on.
I'm just gonna save just in case we don't got this.
I'll cut you wide
Defeat
open.
is not an option.
We're going ham. Let's go. Go, Sela. You're up. I'm gonna try my best to take advantage of the tactical combat. I think I can just spam that angel sword thing. It doesn't seem to have a cooldown. Okay, Sela is actually doing her job. Wow. Are we gonna get
Just
this?
sit here.
Nope.
Don't worry about me.
What is this accurate? Look at this. That's like 50 misses in a row. Well, Sela went down in one hit, so this is... I find this to be absolutely insane. If they hit any of my characters once, they go down. And I have to hit them like 3 or 4 times a piece. Considering the probability of me landing a hit versus the probability of them landing a hit, I think I may just... Yeah, I think this is the best thing to do. Just heal myself instead of reload, because I think I got pretty lucky there.
I found
Okay, some loot. Nice.
something.
Yeah, that encounter could have gone a hell of a lot worse. Considering there were 3 of them. She dodged, she bobbed and weaved, float like a butterfly, stung like a bee.
We march
That
ahead.
one's gonna come in handy. Definitely gonna come in handy. But I have to be very careful with like my healing items and stuff. Okay, there's a... I'm guessing all this stuff is perception based.
Our path leads on.
So the higher your perception, the more... Oh, no. Why? I don't want to do this. Can we just go back, guys? Please, can we just backtrack? please.
They will break against our resolve.
Path of least. Oh, oh my God. What is? Oh, that's wild. That is absolutely wild. Oh, wow. Okay, we're getting pretty lucky here. Getting some good dice rolls here. That is amazing. That's amazing. Oh, that's why. I guess our AC was higher than theirs. We outclassed them. Or our AC was higher than their rolls. So. Okay. Let's, that did seem a little bit easy. I just want to make absolutely sure nothing changed in the difficulty. Yep, everything looks as brutal and punishing as ever, so... let's see... Paths diverge...
Guide us.
Do they? No, not really. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, what do you know? It's more of our eight-legged friends. Here to ruin our day. Wendu should be able to, like, befriend these things and have them turn on each other. Well, never mind. I guess not Wendu. They really don't like her. Scratch the Wendu idea. Yeah. Those spiders can be tough. I'm gonna roll the dice here and see if we can get a better outcome than Wendu going down. Just because I feel like...
Godspeed.
I've already healed somebody up once. I don't want to have to do it again unless I absolutely have to. I think there are only 2 of them instead of 3, so maybe... Oh no, there are 3 of them. Okay.
I found
Yeah.
something.
Let's see... Are we gonna do any better this time? No, we're doing considerably worse this time. Okay. I'm just gonna go back to the Wendu going down outcome. I think that's probably as good as it's gonna get without me rolling the dice 50 times in a row again. Which yeah, I'd rather not do that. Not again. Let's see, is any of this stuff an upgrade for me? That looks cool. Finesse wielding monk weapon. I'm a monk. Or half a monk. Or half monk, half paladin. So maybe? Short spear. Better than a masterwork dagger? Oh god, I just realized I haven't been using weapons this whole time. Oh wow, that's -5 attack, which is not good. How does that compare to the dagger? -2. Okay. Okay. I think we have our answer there. Dagger is better, because I'll actually be able to land hits. So we'll go with that. That's crazy. I've just been fisting everything to death. Punching them down. I mean, my hit rate definitely suffers by switching, but I think my damage should be higher. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty comparable damage, to be completely honest. Yeah, and I lose some hit rate by dual wielding. It's just damage type. If we... Yeah. Okay. So I'll just stick with this. One-handed. Yeah, it's pretty... No real stats on that, so no reason to wear it. Okay, just crafting ingredients, nothing to go crazy. Okay.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Let's proceed, I think, after leveling up Sila. Okay, got some health at least, so... Ooh, what's that? Object bond. A bonded object can be used once per day to restore any one spell. Okay. That's awesome. Any spell. Any one spell. So I can probably use that to restore my heal. And then heal again. And I guess it renews or refreshes every time I rest. Because I'm pretty sure that's the only way that a day passes. There's no... Time doesn't pass unless you actually rest in these types of games. Okay. I do remember there's a mechanic in the... Oh, Wendu glances at Lan, who is fixing his slipped bowstring, and quickly walks over to you. Her cat-like eyes glow from beneath her hood. Listen here, you. I don't know who you are or where you come from, but you and I are the only two people here who see things clearly. That's why I'm asking you. Don't show the light of heaven to Saul. Lan is sure the light should be shown to the mongrels. Yeah, I think that's the best choice. Lan, Wendu grimaces and a guttural, husky snarl unfurls in her throat. He wants to play the hero. His first idea, if you remember, was to grab the sword and run headlong into the maze. Does that sound like a plan to you? To me it sounds like suicide. The worst part is that the tribe might actually take his words to heart and follow where he leads. I thought you considered the mongrels to be great warriors. The descendants of great warriors. I believe that my people are worthy of greatness, that we are strong and can do many things. That's why we were chased down here. We scared people, but it's one thing to go hunting in the caves and another to fight in the shield maze. Wendu leans closer, her pupils dilating. I've been there. I've spent my whole life training so I can make it through all the way to the end. There were more of us trackers at the start. We were young and stupid. What's a couple of monsters when there's a whole world out there waiting for us? That's what we thought, but we weren't prepared. The maze isn't just a physical challenge. It's cunning and full of traps. It's dark as a primordial night, and if you close your eyes and listen, you hear whispers right behind you, and soft singing in the distance that seems to rise and fall with the beating of your heart. Wendu looks away. I had to learn from my friends' mistakes. I had to step over their bodies and go further. I don't want to have to do that again. And it will happen again if a crowd of ill-prepared fighters bursts into the maze with no idea where they're going. All because Lan believes that a glowing sword will solve all our problems. Huh. Don't you want to save the kids lost in the maze? I think that's the best choice here. Wendu doesn't seem like a great person. She definitely seems to have motivations other than keeping most of the mongrels out of the maze, and she seems pretty callous and cold, to be completely honest. She's really not worried about, the kids that are trapped in there, the people that she's led into there, the situation with the mongrels. She's happy to just maintain the status quo. So let's see what she says here. She doesn't sound like she's really thought things through that much. I do want to, but I'm not going to risk the future of the tribe for the sake of a few stupid kids. Yikes. Chief Saul is hesitant, and for good reason. He also understands how dangerous this is for the tribe. Lan's the only one who benefits from these childish games of heroism. I'll go alone if I have to and find them. Okay. Or whatever's left of them, rip. Without any heroics, relying only on myself, risking only my own life. Wendu slows. You and your friends, you can come with me. Perhaps we can make it to the end of the maze together and find the way out to the surface. So you say you don't want to risk any of your mongrel friends. You want to get in there and potentially find what's left of the kids that went in, and you're willing to take us, but nobody else. It's a little bit sus, if I'm being completely honest. I'm starting to see that maybe things are not as straightforward as I thought. Wendu nods. Don't show the chief the light, and I'll lead you through the maze to the surface. I swear it. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I kind of don't want to show him the light, but at the same time, it's like I feel like Wendu. Yeah, I'm actually not sure. I feel like she's motivated by factors beyond what are evident on the surface. Definitely more to her than meets the eye. I'm sure there's more to Lan than meets the eye, but he definitely seems like a more straightforward type of character. Okay. Okay, we can't go back. Can only go forward. Where are we now? Looks like... Okay, Anevia is still with us. Awesome. Please, I hope there are no more... Oh, mongrels. Okay, friendly. This must be their city. Not much of a city if you ask me. But... okay. If you can hunt, you're welcome to stay.
Godspeed.
So I'm guessing that these are all just non-unique conversations, or just regular NPCs that you can't interact with on more than a superficial level. Okay, so we're getting pulled into a scene here. Who is this?
Your first impression of the mongrel village is of a squalid dump, with the odors to match. Unblinking glowing eyes watch you from the gloom, and deformed shadows slope between the huts. You see some mongrels gutting white eyeless fish, while others are repairing fishing nets. All the signs of normal village life, but tense expectation hangs in the air.
Reminds me a bit of Gollum. Guess these guys are living under the mountain, or underground like Gollum was. Which kind of makes sense.
A heavy-set, aged mongrel slowly shuffles his way towards you. The hair on his head grows in limp, wispy strands, and his face has a distinctly rat-like appearance, with pronounced teeth, and you hear a rattling sound in his chest with every breath he takes. One of his eyes is white, fully scarred by cataracts, while the other gleams with moisture.
Uplanders, eh? End times are upon us indeed.
Can I just say that this character model looks spectacular? He looks like one of the Goombas out of the Super Mario Brothers movie, and I do not think rat-like is how I would describe him. Unless he's some sort of mutant super rat or something. That's pretty wild. Also, he doesn't have a portrait, so... Chief Saul, we found the angel sword, and we found the one who can wield it.
Lan points at you.
He had a vision, and now the angel sword, together with the light of heaven, are somehow inside him. Gather the tribe, anyone who can hold a weapon. The young ones are still alive. We can go save them.
Saul raises his hand with ragged, broken fingernails.
Lan, always dreaming, always talking. You're too hasty for your own good. It's going to get you in trouble.
Saul eyes you up and down.
An uplander with the light of heaven, that's too good for us. Our kind don't have good things happen. There's always a catch. Lan trusts people because he likes to believe. Isn't that right, Lan? I'm the chief. I don't work on faith. Show the light.
Wendu stares at you intently like a cat watching a bird and shakes her head in warning.
So I guess this is where I make a choice on the mythic path. So these choices determine the path that I'm going to be taking. Mythic paths are new in Wrath of the Righteous. So they're another way to advance your character. So I'm pretty much going to have to go with that response. I'm a bit unhappy because I was hoping that I wouldn't have to show them. I honestly thought that not showing them the sword was going to be the good option. I believed that having them go into the maze was going to get them all killed. But but it looks like the good option is to show them the sword and lead them into the maze. I'm guessing these 2, 3, and 4 are going to advance, so 1 is probably my only non-advancing option. Is there someone else from the surface here?
Saul points off to the side.
There he is, hale and hearty and prim as a peacock, just like me.
Saul laughs, but quickly returns to business.
It's not good, too many uplanders. Not good, it's not right. What are you up to here? You're not one of us. We're not your kind. When the time comes, we'll come to you, not you to us.
So, yeah, I think the next choice I will help you find the lost mongrels in the maze, but you can quit hoping for a magical sword to appear. I'm guessing that is going to advance the conversation if you don't want to go either path, lawful or chaotic, but I'm going to have to go with the lawful choice here, just because.
The heavenly flame flares to life at your unspoken command, bright, pure, dancing with multicolored sparks, like a sunbeam passing through stained glass. The mongrels abandon their tasks and stare, transfixed. The light is bright but not blinding. It is warm, but its warmth is soul deep. You've performed a lawful action. Saul is silent for a while. Tears are streaming down his wide, pale face. But the old man doesn't even care to wipe them away.
So it's true, the angel did not forsake us. He came back from the dead. He came to save our children.
To shave our children, huh?
Lan gives you a nod of thanks. The scaled half of his face is indifferent, but the human half is visibly relieved, as if he wasn't sure all this time that you would support him.
I got you, buddy. I gotcha. Now that I know Wendu's a piece of crap.
Wendu hisses at you like an angry cat.
See these fishermen and these hunters, these husks of men and women, their blood will be on your hands. I feel bad. I kind of feel bad because my initial thought was to go with her. I didn't think she was a bad guy, but we have the blessing of angels. We will survive and help the young tribesmen. I think that's the choice that I'm going to have to go with here. Yeah. Sorry, Wendu, but you suck. Idiot! You see a bright light and now you think even the maze is no match for you. You always think the worst, Wendu. We're not on our own in this anymore. We've got allies. Well, a couple at least, but one good fighter is worth 10 bad ones. Yeah, Lan, I'm a good fighter. You saw... Oh.
You have the right of it, Lan, but we're Neathers. We're going to wait. I sent a message to summon all the tribes. It will take time, yes, but they will all come. They will all come for the light. Wait, Lan, wait, Uplanders. Rest a while in one of our huts. Our home is your home.
Well, he changed his tone pretty quickly. Went from being super suspicious to we just flashed him. And yeah, now he loves us. I guess that's how that goes. I guess Lan didn't see us die a billion times to...
Lan sighs.
Yes.
Alright, Chief, understood. Let's hope that a few hours isn't the difference between life and death for those kids. If they ask me what took us so long, I'll tell them it was your decision. I mean, fair enough. It was his decision, but having said that, what do you want? You want us to just rush into the maze?
Wendu only grits her teeth in silence.
Sorry, Wendu, I do feel bad. But this was the right choice for me, especially considering the path I'm going to be taking. Yes, I gained a level. Okay. So I'm just going to fast forward through this bit right here because it's just me exploring the village, every corner, checking the options, making sure that I have everything set correctly. And now we're back to Saul.
Saul heaves himself aside. Saul nods.
Hi. Eh? Ah, well, we're the Crusaders under the ground, the children of the first Crusaders. The world wound touches everyone. Look at us. We're all marked by it. The Uplanders didn't like it. They drove us down here. But we have a secret.
Saul's one good eye twinkles slyly.
We're waiting. When the shield maze falls, that is the end of our life down here. We will go up to the surface and to fight. Until then, we don't part places here. But now we have all seen the light of heaven. Now we can go. What other signs do we need? We must fulfill our crusader duty.
Tell me about Wendu.
Wendu, our beauty, our huntress. Who is more skilled than Wendu? There are braver fighters, yes, but brave doesn't mean skilled. Wendu is the only one to go into the maze and come out again. The others listen to everything she has to say.
Tell me about Lan.
Lan.
Saul makes a vague gesture.
He's not one of us. No, not one of us. His father was one of us, but his mother, no. They took him up to the surface. They ruined him as a child. Then they came back, but he wasn't one of us. A good hunter, yes, but he feels trapped down here. But he can't go up there either. It's not safe. He wouldn't last long. What wouldn't last a gong?
Thank you for your answers.
Saul shrugs.
The messenger is swift. He'll rally the tribes, all of them. The angel's light is with us, so we will follow it. Now go and rest, eat.
Can I just clarify? Are we uplanders, prisoners, or guests here? Okay.
Have you drawn weapons against us? No. Have you killed us? No. Have you stolen our food? No. Guests.
I want to look around here. Okay. Time to do a bit of exploring
Where do you want me?
and leveling up. So, this is going to be... I'm pretty sure that my next level has to be in Paladin. So let's go on down to Paladin, which is not here where it should be. Oh, for the love of God. Okay, I made a huge mistake when I created my character. Yeah. God, so now what I have to do is I'm pretty sure that I either have to restart or I have to find a way to change my deity. I know there are mods that allow you to edit things like that. I'm going to see if there are any other solutions and then, yeah, get back to this. So in the end, I did find a solution, thankfully. I was able to change my deity. And yeah, I'm just going to fast forward through the leveling process because I did spend a long time on these screens. So I picked Paladin as my second class, Athletics, Mobility, and Persuasion. And I'm just equipping all my stuff, changing my gear around, optimizing it. And then I'm probably going to do the same thing with all my other companions. I'm going to be following builds that I have looked up because I'm playing on unfair, so I need all the advantages I can get, and I'm not super experienced with every facet of these types of games, so I'm using guides to optimize my characters, but other than that, I'm going to this game completely blind, so I think that'll provide the most enjoyable experience overall. That way I don't hit a wall that basically prevents me from progressing or beating any sort of boss. I mean, I could hit a wall. There could be a boss that even these optimized builds are not suitable for. There could be like hyper-optimized unfair builds, but the game just came out, so I didn't see any of them. I don't think any of them are up yet. I guess I can just see where this goes. Disengage warp. And now we are back to real time.
Godspeed.
Hopefully those were good choices, but only time will tell. Just gonna do a bit more looking around, but I'm pretty sure I know where I need to go now. I haven't spoken to everyone here. I'm sure there are unique NPCs in the camp, and I do need to... Oh, speak of the devil. It's Horgus Gwerm. Horgus Gwerm. Finally, someone from the surface. I was beginning to lose hope.
An elderly man in expensive but not ostentatious clothes approaches you. His face is peppered with several healed cuts and bruises, and twisted in an expression of extreme discontent.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Horgus Gwerm. Yes, that Gwerm. You no doubt have heard of me, if you've spent any time at all in the city. I have a business proposition for you. Your name tells me nothing. Who are you? How did you end up here? You truly are freshly arrived in the city, then. You couldn't have picked a worse time, that's for certain. Only just arrived, and the city's been razed to rubble. You should know that you're looking at one of the richest and most distinguished men in Canabris. I may not be well known, and certain swaggering loudmouths who spend their lives traipsing from one ball to the next, but Gwerm Trading Company is one of the pillars of the city, I'll have you know. Did you see the marquee in the square? I paid for those. Tried any festival delicacies? You have Horgus Gwerm to thank for that. Okay, how did you end up here? What kind of business proposition? This guy sounds... I like him.
For a moment, Horgus' eyes focus on Camellia before his gaze returns to you.
Like everyone else, down I went when that accursed beetle cleaved the ground in twain beneath our feet. I'm lucky I didn't break my neck in the fall, and I'm doubly lucky that I didn't encounter any subterranean cockroaches on my blind wanderings, and instead came across hunters from this settlement. Although I must say that when I first glimpsed their physiognomies, my life flashed before my eyes. But they turned out to be decent chaps, frightening to look at, but able to keep a bargain. Yikes. Not the nicest guy, but... okay. You don't speak very kindly of the mongrels, even though they saved your life. Pah! Kind words are for people with hours to fritter away on pleasantries. Horgus Gwerm speaks his mind, and he pays for services rendered not with kind words, but with hard coin. I gave the mongrels my dagger in exchange for their help. Its handle is worth more than their whole village. What kind of business proposition? I don't know what is happening on the surface right now, but I'm determined to find out. You have no intention of seeing out the rest of your days in this village, I suspect. We must find a route back to the surface, to the city, if there's anything left of it. Okay. I am a moderately pious man, and I don't mind relying on the help of a person who has the favor of the gods, especially with so many demons lurking about. You look promising, like someone who can turn a demon into minced meat before they have time to sneeze. I could use a companion like you. You're strong, it will be no trouble to you, but I, alas, am not as fit as I once was. I can't go crawling about through caves, playing at scouts. My proposition is simple. Lead me back to the city and I shall pay you 1,000 gold coins. Wow, he's really laying it on thick here. 3 entire screens of compliments to me. I suggest we help this man. It's good to have friends among the Canabris elite. Okay. Money first, 2,000 gold. Abaddar teaches undercharging for service. It's wrong. My help will cost you 2,000 gold. I want 2,000 gold. Failed. Diplomacy check. Why not 10,000 or 100? No, let's not be miserly. Let's say 1,000,000. My initial offer was a king's ransom. You've likely never seen so much gold in your life. It's non-negotiable. I said 1,000. That's my final offer. Money first. Not interested. I would gladly pay in advance, but all my wealth is up on the surface. Fear not. The word of a Gwerm is worth more than platinum. Ask anyone. Horgus Gwerm has never reneged on a deal. Deal. I'm not interested in your proposition. I'm going to have to reload anyways, because... Pardon me, but you don't speak for everyone here.
Camellia casts an assessing glance over Horgus, who stares stonily back at her.
We're searching for a way to the surface anyway, are we not? Gwerm has the money, everyone in the city knows it, so why turn down an easy reward? You don't need the money, fine. In that case, the reward will go to me. Splendid. In the meantime, I shall sit here in the village. I have to go. Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna reload, because I want 2,000 gold. It literally doubles the quest reward for a check, so... let's just save, just in case, and let's reload back to right before here. And then let us Gwerm it up. Let's take this dude for all he's worth. He sounds like a real ass. And I'm guessing his house is burned to the ground anyways, so when we get up there, he's gonna be like, oh, would you look at that? My house is no longer where it once was. I suppose you'll have to do with this. And then he pulls out some lint and some paper clips out of his pocket and some string, and then hands that to us. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's try this again. Diplomacy. Nice. See,
Horgus graze is piercing.
are you taking advantage of my dire circumstances? Very well, make it 2,000. And 17 EXP, nice. Money first. I would... Okay, yeah, we saw this already. Deal, we have to go. Go on. Go on. Wait. Perfect. Very good. Now, that is what I call safe scumming for optimal outcomes. I'm guessing there's probably more to this place than that. Let's see if there are other unique NPCs in here. I'm surprised there's no vendor in here. I mean, this place is pretty sizable for
I will guide us.
having no vendors and no... I mean, where do I... Oh, okay, Anevia's here. Nice. And there's Horgus Gwerm. Okay. Garbage. This tragedy may not have happened if you'd spent less time surveying honest citizens and more time tracking the real spies and demon worshippers. Brilliant idea. How come I didn't think of it? Now, if only the cultists would tell us they were cultists, then we wouldn't have to waste time investigating honest citizens who decide to go all cloak and dagger right under our noses. Very funny, Anevia.
Horgus and Anevia sit some distance apart, sniping at one another.
It's an old matter, Mrs. Tirabade. Miss Tirabade here had the notion of spying on me and then rummaging through my goods. I ask you, do I look like a cultist? Cultists don't tend to look like cultists, you know. That's kind of the whole problem. And you, Mr. Gwerm, built a whole secret operation of buying and smuggling into the city. What was it? Oh yeah, magical weapons. How was I supposed to know that all the rigmarole with middlemen was so you could anonymously donate supplies to the crusade? Oh, he's a good guy. So, okay. Don't you see, I have a reputation to uphold, one that I value most highly. Horgus Gwerm is a hard-nosed businessman, not a good fairy from a tale. Yes, I care about my city. Yes, I wish to see that its defenders, my defenders, were well-fed, healthy, and well-armed. But to make those donations openly was unthinkable. I might as well hang a sign outside my door welcoming in every sponger, leech, and parasite in the city. Okay, so... he has his good sides. I appreciate your effort for the crusade, no jokes. You're an alright bloke, but carrying on secret dealings in the city, that's teeming with cultists, is a huge pain in the backside for us lot, whose job it is to keep an eye on that sort of thing. Anevia, how's the leg, I think? What do you think is happening in the city now? Yeah.
The girl scrunches up her nose.
Well, it hasn't fallen off yet, so that's good. They've bandaged me up all nice and smeared some stinking stuff on the wound, so it looks like I'm gonna live. They said wait a day and I'll be right as rain, so I'm waiting. There's stinking stuff on the wound. Either that or you're gonna get an infection and then get it amputated. One of two choices, but thank you for carrying us all this way. I'm guessing this is where we say goodbye to Anevia, at least for a bit. I'm guessing she's not gonna carry us through the maze. That would be hilarious, though, if she was able to come and just annihilate all the bosses for us. We keep her as the back line. She just destroys every monster that stands in our way. What do you think is happening in the city now? Perhaps the city is no more. If Daskari himself appeared, there's no telling how bad things are. Can you hold off on writing our obituaries just yet? The city's full of fighters, and besides that, it's barely a stone's throw from Nerosian. I think our people will hold on long enough for reinforcements to come from the Queen. This ain't Daskari's home turf. He's gonna have to retreat or else fight off the whole Mendavian army. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's capable of that. He just... Did you see what he did to Terendelev? I thought they were just a story, the sort of thing drunks in the taverns would come out with. Now I discover it's true. Well, what can I possibly think of them? The poor creatures are most unfortunate, with their faces and their minds so deformed. It's a miracle they're even alive. Yikes, Horgus Gwerm, you are a real ass. The part that boggles the mind is that they're descendants of the first Crusaders. All these years they've been living beneath our feet in caves in the dirt. If I'd known the legends about them were true, I'd have dedicated my life to getting them out of this place. Aw, you're a good person, Anevia. The world doesn't deserve you. To what end? The people of Canabras would have stoned them on sight, and Prelate Huldrun would have had them tossed on the pyre en masse. Whatever the ills of this place, it is their home. How long do you think they would have survived on the surface? Well, with people like you running about, probably not that long, unfortunately. What are you going to do when you get back to the surface? Well, you're going to pay me my tooth. I'm going to go home. Last I knew, I owned a very fine mansion. I shall see if it's still standing or if I am now homeless. It better be standing, man. You owe me 2,000 gold, and if it isn't standing, I am extracting that money from you any way I can. So, yeah. I hope you're ready, Horgus Gwerm. You may have signed up for more than you could. I'm going to find Irabet. She's my wife and the leader of the Eagle Watch. As long as she lives, she won't allow Canabras to fall. Okay. Good to know. Go on then, and don't dilly-dally. The sooner we get out of here, the likelier we are to find some people still alive up there. Take care of yourself. Okay.
Godspeed.
Bye, Anevia. Bye, Horgus Gwerm, you piece of crap. Damn it, Gwerm. Horgus Gwerm, more like Horgus Worm. Dyra. It's another named NPC. I wonder if she has dialogue. You there?
A tall woman with a face deformed by enormous swelling smiles broadly at you, showing off her double row of small sharp teeth.
You from the surface, you must be tough to make it all the way here. Never thought I'd see the day. Call me Dyra. Let's trade. Let's trade. Who are you? Why are you so eager to trade with me? I have to go. Well, finally a vendor. I need a vendor. And I'm guessing it's only going to get worse from here because weight actually doesn't matter. The people around here call me all sorts. Dyra the Hoarder, Dyra the Coin, Dyra the City Girl, like that's a bad thing. Haha, I trawl the caves, piggy of all kinds of things from the surface that wash down here through the sewers. I trade all kinds of junk for food and clothes, but I only part with my best find for coin. Got no coins? Forget what money is? Well then I have no use for you. If you want city goods, you need to pay for them with gold, like city folk. Aw, look at her pretending to be a shitty folk, even though she lived down here with all the mongrels. Why are you so eager to trade with me? Because all the people here are no better than animals now. Wow.
Dyra yells in surprising anger before being overcome with coughing. Wiping her mouth, she continues.
Our forefathers lived in the city like you. Our people love to reminisce about armies, knights, and crusades, but I couldn't care less about that. Savages with clubs can fight a war. Only civilized folk can buy and sell. Right you are, Dyra. They've all forgotten what trading is. They've forgotten the value of gold. They barter hides for plant roots and go on about the feats of crusaders. Who cares about them? I don't need help remembering. I have coins, and I have things to sell. Now let's trade like proper city folk. You sound like a true follower of Abadar. I switched my deity over to Abadar, so maybe this is a specific choice. Who's that now? Never heard of him. Abadar is a god of cities, the patron of trade and civilization. Yeah.
After listening to your description of Abadar, Dyra nods solemnly.
Yes, now that's a real deity. Nothing to do with useless idlers swinging swords. How do you say it? Abadar? I'll make sure to pray to him. Maybe he'll help me visit a real market at least once in my life. Alright, let's trade. Rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub. Does she have anything unique that I need? Thick pads, I guess. Bulk selling, I'm guessing that gets rid of all the junk stuff. I'm guessing that's stuff. I hope it actually sorts properly and isn't like mostly junk, but there's like one quest in the game that requires a specific piece of junk or something. Okay, so buying. She doesn't offer any discounts, so it's like a what you see is what you get price system, which is nice. I much prefer that. Okay, what do we got? Cold iron ammo. So against demons and fey creatures, okay. Don't really need any of this stuff right now. In fact, I don't think I need any of this stuff at all. Thick pads didn't look too great. Braces of armor doesn't stack, so let's get rid of this. Yeah, okay. That works. Let us move on to wherever we are now. Okay, now we get to rest. This is where we rest. I'm guessing that progresses the story. Engage the warp drive, and let's skip over the part where I compulsively check everything to make sure I miss absolutely nothing. And let's disengage warp drive. Okay, back to normal speed. Let's rest. And then we can finally enter the maze. The messenger returned. The tribes are gathering at the entrance of the maze. Our people have already gone. I've warned Anevia and the old guy who won't even acknowledge me. Take your time. There is no rush. The most important people always show up late.
Lan looks around.
Everything's going to plan, but one thing's bothering me. Wendu's gone. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. I mean, yeah, I guess she really is a bad guy. Hopefully she's like a complicated bad guy and not like a comically bad guy who's like bad for the sake of being bad. So all the tribes, so a whole army is marching on the maze then. That would be cool if we actually do get them to help. Evil, the first thing I see when I wake up is your hideous face, not the best start to the day. By mongrel standards, yes, but don't be too disappointed when you see the reality. There aren't many of us who can hold a weapon, and fewer still who can do any damage with one. Okay, so a bunch of useless tossers then. Got it.
Lan shakes his head.
I don't know. She was always stubborn. Maybe she decided she could do it all on her own. I hope she comes back. We'll struggle without her, and she'll struggle without us, no matter how hard she'd try to deny it. What about Anevia and Horgus? Are we just going to leave them here? I mean, I want to bring Anevia with us. Once we've cleared the maze, the way ahead will be safe. Anevia's in no state to fight, and that Horgus guy, he doesn't look like he'll shift an inch unless we roll out a red carpet all the way to the exit. Yeah, Anevia's in no state to fight. Tell that to all the dead spiders and lizards and stuff.
Lan nods.
There was another passage, the one I used with my dad when we left, and then came back. The chief back then, he found it and filled it in to stop anyone else going against the ancestors' wishes. And what the ancestors wanted for everyone to go through was for everyone to go through the maze. I'm not sure of anything right now, but we don't have a choice. We can only go forward. Okay, so you're telling me there was another way out and you guys intentionally sealed it because of your ancestors. So there were two, I mean, there have been two ways out. We could have backtracked, climbed 30 feet and gotten out and skipped all this, or we could have just busted down some door that was sealed by the old, I mean, what? And now we're going to subject ourselves to whatever's in the maze? I object. There were other passages, but they're far from here, and with all these earthquakes, who knows what condition they're in now. Let's go, but before we do, thank you. I was so happy I forgot to thank you before, but you've done something for me that no one else has in a long time. You've given the mongrels hope. It's like we're starting to believe that we're worth something, now that we have the power of angels on our side.
Lan's face grows sullen.
It won't change anything, of course, but at least you'll help us. save the young ones, hopefully. Now we have the power of angels on our side. Let's go through the main gate. The straight road is the shortest. I have the power of God and anime on my side. Land's one of those guys, I'm guessing. Okay, I guess I picked the right voice for him then. I mean, well, he has a voice actor, so I kind of went off that.
Let us press on.
Just sounds like a regular dude. Yes, let us press on. The maze is the maze entrance.
March ahead.
Yeah, okay, so people are gone. Dyra's here. Nothing new with her. Horgus Gwerm and Anevia are still here. Nothing new with them, I'm guessing. Okay, I'm a man of facts. The facts are simple. You had a duty to protect Canabras and you failed to do so. While the demons were plotting their attack, you were snooping on upstanding citizens. This again, really, Horgus Gwerm? When we do our job, you don't see a thing because, shocker, nothing bad happens. Remember the time demon worshippers poisoned all the wells, or when they blew up the town hall? How about when they murdered all the priests at the Temple of Iomedae in their beds? Not ringing any bells, huh? That's right, because we stopped all those things from happening. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of similar to good AI. Good CGI and good plastic surgery. When it's good, you don't know that it actually exists, right? If the CGI is okay, then you call it good CGI. If the plastic surgery is okay, then you say, okay, that person had a decent nose job or whatever, chin lift. But if it's good CGI and good plastic surgery, you'll just be like, oh, cool. Well, with plastic surgery, obviously, you'll notice a change in the person's face, assuming you saw them before, or body. But with CGI, right, you're seeing it for the first time, and if it's good, you won't even know it's CGI. You'll be like, okay, well, that's just a lion, or that's just a meteorite destroying the planet Earth. And then you'll look outside, and well, everything will still be there. So this is pretty similar to that. Being a good intelligence officer and foiling plots, probably pretty thankless. How did you sleep?
Horgus issues a dissatisfied grunt.
I've always dreamed of spending a night on a slimy sack covered by a filthy rag. I, on the other hand, slept like a log. Anything's better than sleeping on a pile of rocks and with a covering to keep me warm in the night. No complaints here. Only my leg is getting on my last nerve. The pain just goes on and on. Aw, Anevia, I hope we can do something for you. You really are the MVP. Go on then, and don't dilly-dally. The sooner we get out of here, the likelier we are to find some people still alive up there. Yeah, you said that before already. Take care of yourself. Okay, I will. And you take care of yourself too, Anevia. Alright. Let's go to the maze. Just checking on the chief again. Making sure... Oh, he's not here, so I'm guessing he is in the maze.
Guide us.
So I think we know who's going to be participating in this campaign. It's going to be all the mongrels, because, yeah, you can see that there are really none of them left. Yeah, if we look around in the city, yeah, looks like none of them are left. Cool. And we cannot backtrack. Confirmed. There's only one way, and that is forward unto the abyss. So let's head back to the maze. Yeah. Do we need anything else? Yeah, there's nothing down here. Nothing down here. Alright. I think it is finally time to once more unto the breach, yes? Yeah, this is the garden, this is the maze, so I think this is where we're going to end it for today. Thanks for joining me, guys. See you in the next episode. And that's going to be it for me, boys and girls. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. And don't forget to hit that bell notification on your way out. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. Razor Fiend, signing out.
Someone say no, see